So let's get to the back splice. And this is a fairly simple thing. It takes a little bit of practice in order to remember it. So all these knots and things like that that we're going to talk about in this class and through the series, unless you're just a one-time viewer of this video, need to be practiced. And anyway, I've actually taped up the ends of this nice soft poly rope. It's a brand new rope, so actually they need a little bit of wear in order to work the best. You need to get them in the dirt and loosen them up a little bit in that regard, but that comes with actual use. So I put some tape on there to make sure that I'm following along with my back splice. So the first thing that we're going to do, I also put a piece of black tape down here so I don't lose my twist on my rope. So I'm going to actually show you how to put the back splice in from here. So here we go. We've got the colored strands here, and we can try it a couple ways and see if it'll work out. Sometimes that's the easiest to commit this to memory. And I just know because I've done this enough, but actually in this case I'm going to put the yellow on top of the blue first off, and some people call that making a shelf. Then I'm going to come over the top of the yellow and back through the blue right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a crown on top of this end splice. And then I'm going to pull that nice and tight and make it flat on top. That's my key. And you can see what that looks like. It looks like almost a 3-leaf clover right there. And it's flattening out, and all of your strands are pointed down. There's a rosebud that actually pushes them up for an end, but we're doing actually the crown. And we're just going to tighten that thing up. Once we get to that, again, just look at that. It should, as we tighten it, flatten out on the top here. So keep pulling on those things until you get it nice and tight, so you can keep a nice. And this will take a little bit of practice. You'll want to take it apart, put it back together, and that sort of thing, in order to get it right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my black tape off here so that I can get at and I can put the actual back splice into this whole thing. And I just put that black tape there just to keep it tight, as I was talking about before. But okay, now you can see that I actually took the tape off there. I'm going to actually pull on each one of these strands and tug on them. Take a real good tug at them. Okay, so the whole idea of a back splice is we're going to go over a strand and under a strand, and as we go around to the different colored 3-strand rope, we're never going to go under the same one. Okay, and you have to start. All we're going to do is we're going to start with red here. We're going to go over the top of this one right here. Okay, over one, under one. And this is, if your twist is tight, which it should be a little bit tough to do this. Okay, so there we do that, and then we're going to just turn it. Okay, and then I'm going to actually go over this one right here and under that one with the blue. And one of the things to be conscious of is it'll naturally try to follow the twist of the rope, but I always want to kind of work those things back so they're going straight down the rope. That'll make it easier for you. Okay, it'll make a nicer end splice to you, and you can kind of see how these are right now. Now I'll get to the last strand. I'm going to go over the top of this strand right here and under this one. You notice that I have not gone under the same strand with any one of these separated twists. Here you go. Go right underneath there and pull that. Okay, when you're first starting this sort of thing, have a tendency to make a real loose back splice, and that's the reason for the taping. But you know, you notice that I'm always working this rope and tightening it every chance I get, so I'll end up with a real nice back splice. Okay, we're going to go back to the red, which we started, and we're going to go over one, under one. So open that rope up there and just place it right under there. Force that under there. And it should be a little bit difficult, like I've said. Okay. Push that under there. Come on. There we go. We're going to pull that tight. We're going to just roll our rope like that. We're going to go over one, under one. Okay, there we go. We're continually forcing that thing to go straight down as we can, as possible, down the rope. Okay, for this last one, we're going to go over one, under one. You're going to have to get me a little slack in there, open it up a little bit, and you may not be able to see this too well, but I'm just going to go underneath that one there. Okay, there we go. Now, in order, I've only done it twice. I like to do them twice or maximum 3 times, and we're going to probably put those away like that. But now I want you to know or recognize that we got a nice rounded type. It's nice and flat on the end. It's nice and round because we've kept our strands going parallel to the rope, down the rope. It's over one, under one. I've done that twice through here, and that's the minimum you want to do. You might do a third one. I don't have quite enough on the very end, and I could tuck those in, but it'll take too much in a video to show you that. But when you get to this point, you want to just work that rope. So I'm gonna work it like this, and that'll round it out nice so that it just makes everything lay together. And hopefully you can see that I've got a nice end splice right there. And that's what I'd like you to do. Take a hemp rope or a poly rope like I've got here, and put an end splice in it and show me. Do it a few times at least before you do your recording, and submit it in the assignment for the end splice. All right, thank you. Now I want you to know or recognize that we got a nice rounded type. It's nice and flat on the end. It's nice and round because we've kept our strands going parallel to the rope, down the rope. It's over one, under one. I've done that twice through here, and that's the minimum you want to do. You might do a third one. I don't have quite enough on the very end, and I could tuck those in, but it'll take too much in a video to show you that. But when you get to this point, you want to just work that rope. So I'm gonna work it like this, and that'll round it out nice so that it just makes everything lay together. And hopefully you can see that I've got a nice end splice right there. And that's what I'd like you to do. Take a hemp rope or a poly rope like I've got here, and put an end splice in it and show me. Do it a few times at least before you do your recording, and submit it in the assignment for the end splice. All right, thank you.